everyone. Hello.
Hi
Well,
guys.
welcome to the Hurricane Wars book two. About has it been 1 year?
It has been a little over a year because
A
I am a
little
very
over.
slow writer.
Okay, ma'am, you just announced. Okay, well, let's do this in order. Let's start
Okay.
with this event is for A Monsoon Rising, which is book two in the Hurricane Wars. So this is not the Waterstones edition. Waterstones, I'm so sorry. Please, just censor me if I can't show this, but I need to show these edges from the US edition. An eclipse, which is very relevant to our story. But recently, okay, because you were saying you're a slow writer, you just announced another book.
Yes. So I'm also writing Tusk Love for Critical Role.
Okay.
It's basically an in-universe romance novel which the characters really love. Or wait, no, only one character loves it. The rest of her party members, they all just kind of tolerate it. But it's Jester Labor's favorite book. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I they did tell me that they wanted it to be like we had permission to be a little spicy with it. So I am very nervous to like introduce smut into the world of Critical Role, but we shall we shall see how that plays out. I'll do my best.
Okay, so here's the deal. I remember you and I were talking about this. Like you were telling me, I'm gonna do AP of Critical Role, and I
Yeah.
remember not knowing what Critical Role was, but then in my head, I think I registered it as Total Recall, like the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I was like, okay, so she's doing it, like, I don't know, Total Recall.
He's
I
writing
hate.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I guess maybe she's a huge fan. I don't know.
He's writing Arnold Schwarzenegger smut.
I mean, he could get it once upon a
I
time.
mean, maybe, yeah, we'll see. I mean, like I'm not yucking anyone's yum.
Exactly. But then you announce the cover, and I see this like guy with tusks, and he's very handsome, and I'm like, okay, wait, hang on, I'm in. I am on board. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
about it.
I'm not sure if they're doing proofs, but if they are, I'll have one sent to you right away.
Please, is there going to be task action?
I
And
mean, there's a reason that the title is Tusk Club, so.
thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is what this slow writer who has written several books this year has been doing and has been up, and this is the reason why. Is that the reason why this book was a little bit delayed, or did you write it afterwards?
No, it's just I was just a really slow writer. I think I did the Tusk Club draft after I finished the A Monsoon Rising manuscript. But
Okay.
I think the reason that it took me a while to write A Monsoon Rising was because like I was a bit nervous because I didn't want to let anyone down because I've always gotten so many messages from people who are telling me about how much they love the hurricane wars and stuff like that. So I think that was like I had cold feet getting into it. Like, oh no, what if they hate this? And yeah, but
Well,
I'm glad that I finally submitted it to my editor, and like I'm glad that it's finally being published this year. And the early reactions have been like very encouraging, shall we
oh,
say.
I mean, as someone who loved book one, I have to say book two met all the expectations that I had and
Thank
more.
you.
It was like such a delight. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but it's you really dig into the relationship between Tala and Alaric, and it's as a romance reader, like that's really what I love the word politics and like the intrigue and the court stuff that you have created. But really, like for me, it's just seeing these two idiots being idiots together. you know?
Yes.
And they are such idiots in this book, and I love it. I love it so much. Oh my God. It was
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you. There were actually parts while I was writing it, there were actually parts where I was like, no, are they being too idiotic? And then I thought,
Never.
no, no, they can never be too idiotic. Like these are two people who have never been in love before, who have never had any
No.
relationships before because war is all that they knew growing up. And I was like, yes, we can make the maximum idiotic in this book.
It's actually really nice and really fun to see them like starting to grapple with their feelings and again, like, no spoilers, but they have to deal with things like jealousy, and they have to deal with things like they are just kind of plotting against each other, but also they really want to make out a lot, and it's delicious. I just Oh, Alaric, will you? Okay,
He does,
whatever.
he doesn't know how to handle
And
any of these emotions, any of this
he's like,
situation.
what do you mean there are emotions aside from rage that one can experience? What do you mean that there are actions aside from stabbing? Like, what do you mean? He has no range. Like,
Yeah, his brain is basically just like girl, girl,
girl,
24/7. Girl,
he's
girl.
like, he's like so into her boobs in this book, and I was like,
Well,
and I was like, this
well,
is what I want to see. It was amazing. Okay,
well.
so yeah, anyway, this book was amazing. It was fantastic.
Thank
So I am
you.
so glad that you did send it to your editor. And honestly, I don't know. I know you say you think you're a slow writer, but like the truth is that this book is like 400 pages. So it's like it's very like there is a lot happening. So you wrote a lot, and it's like so satisfying. I'm gonna have to say that I do hate you because it ends in you
Okay,
know what you
okay,
did.
wait. In my defense,
Yeah.
I had like a different ending in mind for book two for Iman's and Rising. Like it was supposed to end a little bit after where it ended, but yeah, like I was going to extend it a bit more. But my
We're gonna
editor,
extend it. We're gonna extend it um with an Alaric point of view. I'm curious.
yes. It
I
was
was
supposed to like
wondering.
it was supposed to go more it was supposed to expand off of that scene and sort of like um move the plot forward a little bit more like maybe like 5 chapters, I want to say 5 to 6 chapters. But my editor stepped in and she said, "Oh, I actually like ending it here, like with all the tension and the drama." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure, let's end it there." And so it was not my fault. It's all my editor's fault. Julia Elliott,
We
by the way, that's her name.
Julia, we are full of rage here, and we will be sending you glitter bombs at your home because you know what you did, Julia. You know what you did. Okay, but it was a really cool last chapter. I mean, I know I say I am full of very frustrated emotions because, but like it was like a really fun chapter to read. It's like, you know what I'm talking about.
So sorry. It wasn't my fault. It was Julia's
I,
fault.
I'm just gonna, you're just gonna have to send me an arc of the next book. Which, by the way, are you already writing or?
Let's not talk about that because it's a scar. No. I've started writing it, yeah.
Okay,
But it's going somewhere. Like it's not going well, but it's going
that's
somewhere. And I think that's all anyone can ask for at this point. I hope to get a bit more. I hope to like have more progress on it this month and the next, but we'll see.
Yeah, I get it though. Like sometimes you're like, I don't think these are good words that I am writing, but
Right,
but they are
exactly.
words, and that is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. What matters is that they're on the page.
Exactly. They exist, and I did that.
Yeah.
I created them. So, okay, I totally get it. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. So we have a list of questions that a bunch of people just submitted, and I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
them because they are really good questions. But I wanted to start with, first of all, one thing. It was this comment that was sent by someone named Taiba. I hope I am pronouncing your name right. If not, I'm really sorry. But okay, and this person was saying, not a question, but I've never been this excited for the release of a book. The Hurricane Wars is one of my favorite books ever. I'm literally in love with them. Everything about the books. So thank you for creating something so special. I know A Moonstone Rising is going to be an absolute treat to read. So I just want to say, especially for people who are in the US, this is, I feel like these last couple of weeks have been hard. So I think it's great that people have something to look forward to, and I love it. So thank you for doing that. And then, okay, so a person that we both know from fandom, Des, Tita Des, she said,
Tita Des, yes, Tita Des.
so this is a very good friend of ours who has always been like a big fanfic reader and a big supporter of writers. I don't think she writes fanfiction herself, but like she's a big fan.
Yeah, yeah. But she's like the number one cheerleader. Hi, Tita
She's
Des.
We love you. She's the best. She's Canadian, actually. I actually met her in person last year, and it was the
Oh,
best.
wow.
I met her and her daughter. They were great. But okay, so basically, what she is asking is, has your writing style changed since the publication of the Hurricane Wars? But I would like kind of expand the question in like, has your life changed? Like, what has this year been like for you?
Okay, so to answer maybe Tita Des's question first, I would say that my writing style has like sort of remained the same in the sense that I think that my voice is still pretty consistent.
Mhm.
But I maybe like I when I write, I now have like more of an editorial eye towards stuff. Like I already anticipate what needs to be changed or like this or what part of this can be altered in order to make it go smoother, stuff like that. And
Mhm.
I think that's another reason why my writing is so slow because like I've started like anticipating it in advance, right?
Yeah. You have
And then
like a little editor sitting on your shoulder
yeah,
whispering at
exactly.
you.
Yeah,
It's
and mini
like
Julia. And also, how has my life changed? I mean, it's been one thing that I find like really hilarious and also endearing and very touching at the same time is that I sometimes get recognized. Like yeah, like I think the first time it happened, I was at my vet's office. I had the two cats, Pancakes and Truffles, and I had not showered in 3 days. I was I was in my pajamas. My hair was like in a bun, and then I went in, and the vet was like, um, m- "Ma'am, are you Thea Guanzon, the author of the Hurricane Wars?" And I said, "Yes, I am, in my unshowered glory." And then yeah, like I could not. And then another time. I went downstairs at 9 a.m. for wine. I don't know why. It was just one of those days. And
you
I was
know,
again,
I get it. I
again,
accept it.
I was in my pajamas. I was in my pajamas. I was in a hoodie. I look like crap. And then the cashier at 7-Eleven was like, um, she looked at my card and then she said, "Are you the author of the Hurricane Wars?" I was like, "Yes, I am." And so like
Buying
I
wine
mean,
at 9 a.m.
yeah, buying wine at 9 a.m., wrestling with two cats in my pajamas. It's very it's been yeah. I think maybe my life has changed in the sense that I like I've gotten more self-conscious every time I go out, like, oh my God, what is someone I don't want
I
people to
love
think I don't want people to spread rumors like, oh, Thea Guanzon, the author of the Your Hurricane Wars. She
doesn't
never
shower.
showers. She never showers. She's always in her pajamas.
She's drunk at 10 a.m. I love this. I love that this could be summarized in, well, I have started showering more in the last year. That is what success did to me. It made me
Yes.
shower more.
Yes, and actually, like the most recent time that I got recognized, I was freshly showered, and
Yes,
I was actually in your homeland. I was in Italy. Yeah.
tell me everything. Oh my God.
Okay, my mom and my sister and I, we were waiting in line at the Vatican, and then a very lovely girl from the States, she was also in line with us. She went forward and she said, "Excuse me, are you Thea Guanzon?" And I was like, "Yes, hello." And the whole time I was thinking, "Oh, thank God! Like I'm finally showered. I'm finally in a cute outfit. I finally have my
I'm
makeup
not
on.
drinking.
I'm sober." So
Wait,
that was really cute.
were your mom and your sister super like freaked out that you were getting recognized?
Yeah. My mom went full on stage mom. Like she whipped her phone out and then she just started taking photos and videos.
I love it. She's the Chris Jenner Guanzon of the situation. I love it. I love it. Oh, you have been traveling quite a bit, right? You were in the
Yeah.
UK for tour.
Yes. So starting November, I was in the UK for for the release of the Hurricane Wars and for YALC and for the Young Adult Literary Convention. And then a few months later, I was in New York for a Barnes and Noble book
Right,
signing.
right. I
Yeah.
remember that. I know. And you
Yes.
were there. I was there with Julie, I think like the weekend before or something, and we were like,
Yeah.
no, we
But
miss her.
it's okay because we're seeing each other next month.
You have no idea how many Raylos are coming to Texas to see you. Like there are at least two staying at my house. I want you to know that
Oh my
you
God.
it's gonna be the it's gonna be TeaCon, but also RaylaCon. It's gonna be
Yeah,
amazing.
it's gonna be RatCon, and I'm fine with that. I'm
RatCon!
so excited. Okay, so for everyone who's watching, so like I'm going on a little book tour next month to celebrate the release of the Hurricane Wars. Sorry, of A Monsoon Rising. But unfortunately, I will not be hitting the UK this time because I will be doing the
Okay.
US. So
Okay.
I'm
But
doing
next
New
time,
York. Yeah, next time. I'm doing New York and where else am I going? I'm doing New York,
Texas.
Austin, and
Yeah.
LA.
LA?
Yeah.
LA, yes.
Yes,
Okay. So,
LA.
you know,
Yes.
the coast and the middle, like it makes sense, I guess. By the way, talking about rats, I want to talk about this dedication. I was like, this is I cannot.
Do you remember where that came
Yes,
from?
of course.
Yes.
I literally think about it every day. Like whenever I say I love the library, I like
I
there's
know.
honk honk in my head.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I've been trying to remember the exact quote. Like, okay, so to everyone who might not who might not be aware of the deep lore of the deep magic. There was this one person who said that Raylos think they're so smart because they like to read. Oh, I'm a Raylo. I'm so literary. Hong Kong. I love the library.
it was it was this guy on it was
Oh, was
literally
it?
I think it was a guy like this someone from the Star Wars larger Star Wars
Right,
fandom, one of
right.
those people who are like, and
Mm.
we truly made it our own. We are not like you say Hong Kong
It's
to
just
other.
it's just so funny. Like I think about it like, yeah, I think about it at least once a day, like Hong Kong, here I go, loving the library.
We really do love the library. What can I say? He
We
was
do,
right.
yes.
Anyway, thank you, Guy, for giving us whoever you are for giving us this
Yes.
beautiful dedication indirectly. So
We owe you actually.
our life, exactly. Okay, so this is amazing. I'm gonna okay. So this is book two of three, right?
Yes, yes.
But some people, Heather in particular, was wondering. She's like, I love these two characters so much, Tala and Alec. Is it possible that the story could be longer than a trilogy?
Okay, so everyone who knows like my background in fandom, they know that I have this very bad habit of promising 15 chapters
I loved
and
it.
delivering like 55. But
It was, you guys, I have to, for the ones who weren't there, whenever Taya would like add to the chapter count, we would all be like, yes.
well, some of you would be like, yes, and the others would be like, haha, I told you so. No, okay, so
Joy.
thank you, Heather, for the question. Yes, it will be a trilogy, even if I have to unalive myself to make it just a trilogy. No,
Okay.
in all seriousness, it will be, yeah, the story will wrap up in book three, but book three is shaping up to be very, very long. So in order to like, get all those loose ends, um,
Yeah.
and to like, give us, what I really want is to like have like at least one or two chapters where at the end where Talos and Malaric are like just happy, like
They
no nothing
deserve it.
nothing weighing down on them, no pressure, no plots. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll try to work that in.
Yes, I get it that it would be a long book because there is a lot that they have to go through. But also I cannot wait for this. But also someone asked if you would be interested, that's Melanie, if you would be interested, if it has to be a trilogy, would you be interested in writing more stories set in this world, such as the Severim septology, where we know everything about his life and we are in his head the whole time, and it's amazing.
I would never say no to like a Severim centric book, but I don't really have a concept for it at the moment because I think I'm just concentrating on the main Hurricane Wars plot for now. But yeah, I would definitely love to revisit this world. I think there are so many aspects of it that I have yet to explore. So we'll see. We'll see if HarperCollins lets me.
Okay, very excited. um Catherine asks, in this book, in Monsoon Rising, will we get to learn more about Alaric's mother? Because Catherine is
Mm.
suspicious about her.
Yes, there is some more information about Alaric's mom, and I think that information happens that information is revealed at like a very um dramatic point of the story.
I also want to say another thing regarding
Yeah.
parents. I mean, first of all, the relationship between Alaric and his dad is a lot.
And
And
so
it gave me, once again, stop giving me feelings. I feel plenty on my own, okay? I need some peace of mind. But also, there is another parental character that is very present in this book, who is Tala's father.
yeah.
And it's actually, you will see a lot of the dynamic between him and the couple, and between him and Alaric. And I really enjoyed reading that.
I
Was that
really
fun
enjoyed
for?
writing it. That was like one of my favorite
I love
scenes to
that.
write.
It's what is it like to introduce, because you introduce a few new characters in
Yeah.
this book. What is it like to introduce new characters in the second book, and like you have to sort of, it's kind of like these people who are arriving at a party a little bit late, but they have to
Mhm.
mingle with people who have been there for a while and already had a dynamic, and you're like, what happens, what is going on?
Yeah, I think that was a bit tricky as well, but it's all, how do I say this? I'm trying to translate it in my head. I think it's all part of like the social fabric of there was I actually read this very insightful post from a fellow Filipino author like years and years ago. She was like it's mostly like a Western thing to want to trim down the number of characters in a given story because uh it's like it's a Western tendency, let's say. But that is so not the case with let's say Southeast Asian literature because we are very community oriented. Like we know everyone in our class, in our year at school. We know everyone in our batch and things like that. We know all of our neighbors. We know like yeah, we have and then we have like very huge extended families. We have so many aunts and uncles that we're not even related to, but we just call them our aunts and our uncles. Yeah, so I think that was like a very interesting point to make. I think like
Yeah.
the trick with any new character is like make sure that, like they have a connection to the existing cast. Like for example, I think I introduced one of the new characters who was a Hurricane War supporting character's daughter, things like that. And yeah, to just make sure that it's organic, that their place in the story is organic and has a purpose.
Do you have like a story Bible, like an Excel file or whatever with like all the no, it's all
No.
in the mind palace?
No, I mean like I know that I should. Like, you know what I mean? I I know that I
Same.
should start learning to be more organized. I know that I should have that Excel file. I know that I should have an outline, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
I totally get it. Yeah.
Right.
I've been there. Every time I
Yeah.
start a new book, I'm like, this is the time, but it's
Yeah,
never the
exactly.
time.
Yeah,
So I
actually
agree.
so for book 3, I'm actually thinking what if so it's like I'm a bit stuck right now. What if I do make an outline? So that's what I've been trying to do like since I that's what I've been trying to do for the past couple of days, but it's not working out.
Because okay, actually a lot of people were asking about whether like you are an outliner or whether you like discover your characters in the questions that were sent to me. And it's funny because when I think of you, I think the first thing that I read written by you, it was a fan fiction. And in the author's note, it was a fan fiction that you had written for some kind of a fandom exchange. And
Yes.
so you had some kind of deadline because that's how the fandom exchange are like you have to turn it in. It was something for New Year's Eve or whatever.
Yes,
And
yes.
you had written in the author's note, I hope you like this. I finished it, like I wrote half of it like on a napkin at a
Yes.
New Year's Eve party, and I was like,
Yes.
her mind, man, her mind.
Okay, so it was not like actually at the party. It was after the party. It was after the party when my friends and I went went to eat after the party. We ate bone marrow. So like everyone else was eating bone marrow and I was just furiously writing on a napkin because I needed to submit it before I missed that girl. Where did she go?
I love that though. And so like for me, I've always thought of you as this like somewhat chaotic writer
I
who
am.
like
I
then
am.
delivers these amazing stories. Like because I remember reading the story, I was like, if someone tells you I wrote this on a napkin, you don't have the highest expectations because you think, oh, and then you read the story and you're like, oh my God. So I was wrong. I love that this yeah, this is my idea of you, just you and your sort of like really weird genius process where I picture you writing things on the wall and then like and then
That has happened. That has happened. Like one time I was I think what happened? Like I there was this line of dialogue that I was stuck on one scene and there was this line of dialogue that popped into my head that I knew would unlock the flow for the rest of the scene. And I was scared to lose it. So I just grabbed a pen and I just wrote it down on my bedroom wall.
I love
Because
it.
I didn't want to wait until like I didn't want to have to look for a notebook. I didn't want to have to open my laptop or my phone because like I might lose it. So once I had it, I just grabbed a pen and I just wrote it down on the wall. I think it's still there to this day.
I love it. This is amazing. I love it. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's fantastic. Do you feel like do you get a lot of ideas like in weird moments, like when you are at the vet being recognized, like wrestling two cats, and then you get like, oh my God, this is what I have to write. Does it happen to you?
Yeah, it happens quite a lot. I do get ideas that pop up from out of nowhere. So it's very hard to, because I feel like there are so many great ideas that I've lost because I didn't write them down.
God.
So yeah, I think I think the first scene for A Monsoon Rising came to me while when did it happen? Yes, the first scene for A Monsoon Rising came to me while I was in London, like walking around, and it was like very misty and rainy. So like, like it got me thinking um about the weather and stuff. Like, oh, and I remember I was walking and I was like, oh, I don't want to have to think about hurricane wars again. I've already been thinking about it for the past year. But then like sort of like the light came the breaking through the sky, and then I was like, oh, that's a nice like opening image to go off of. So
It is.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so is there a particular thing like or scene or character that you look forward to your readers
I'm
meeting?
very much looking forward to everyone getting to the beach scene. I think that was what I think that was like the beach scene is a combination of what began in book one, and finally there's some payoff. So I hope everyone enjoy.
I think I think they will. Because, okay, well, perhaps unrelated. This book is much spicier. Well, I mean, it's not the other book was like for book one was spicy too, but like in this book, they are at a different like they're married basically. And when you're married and you're very attracted to your spouse, sometimes things happen.
Yes. I think because in book one, I had to like lay down a lot of world building and things like that. So and then their relationship was still very contentious at that point. Like they were still enemies, they were still on opposite sides. So there was no way that they could ever like forget that long enough to actually, do the thing. But in book two, because of forced proximity, because of what they have already been through together, and then there's like more understanding between them, more connection. So it, yeah. So there, and then there was also like less world building, less plot background to take care of. So I could just concentrate on these two characters, finally getting closer to each other and falling in. Well, they don't want to admit that it's love yet, but we all know that it's love.
It's like it's disgusting how in love with each other they are. I'm looking at them and I'm like cackling. It's just God, just please, whatever. Okay, but also, actually, two people asked for this.
Oh,
Can you still confirm that these two idiots are gonna have a happily ever after?
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but also like I mean I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but at the same time, I don't even think it's like gonna be a huge surprise because it's already at the time that it will end, that will already be three books, right? Three books of these two characters going through all of this hardship, like going through all these struggles, and then all of the will they, won't they, and things like that. So if I, if it doesn't end in a happily ever after, I don't know. Like I don't think I could ever bring myself to write like a sad ending for this particular story because they've already been through so much. And I do believe in
Yeah,
happy endings. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to
I
earn it, but
yeah, and they certainly are going through stuff. So after that ending, so yeah, no, we're good. I have never doubted you. I just want I just want the people to hear it from the lips of the goddess of the universe.
I've actually gotten a lot of emails from people begging, sort of like begging me to not kill off Alaric. And I'm like, oh my God, like
She would
I
never,
would
guys.
never, I would never.
He's her dysfunctional son. Okay, like she would never. Come on. Okay, but okay, actually talking about like Alaric and something we have talked a lot about like fan cast, but
hmm
someone, sorry, I'm trying to give credits to them. Emma asked, if your books were to be adapted, would you prefer a TV series or a movie?
I think that one of the primary influences for this series was C drama, K drama, like Asian drama. So I would definitely love something along the lines of that format because
Yeah.
I think there's like book two in particular, it's very character driven and there are a lot of small moments. So I don't think that would necessarily lend itself well to the big screen. Like yeah, so a TV show would be preferable, I think. But I also don't
I
want to think about film adaptations yet because I want to actually like know how the story ends because honestly, I
before
I don't I don't know what's going to happen in book three. So I
the
want this done.
I just want to say that I would require an adaptation like, and I would need it to be 3 seasons because I would be very offended if they left anything out. So just saying, if you are in talks for this, make sure that you relay my my wishes, which are very important, of course,
I'll do my best.
because thank you. And this is actually, it's very interesting. Someone, Anisha, asked a very interesting question, which is, as a reader, because it's funny to me that you say, I don't really know what happens in book three. Anisha is interested in knowing when you read fantasy or when you read like a trilogy, would you wait for all the books to be out or would you suffer through the same things that you are making us suffer through?
I
Or
I
Julia is making us suffer through. Julia, sorry.
I I think that I prefer like reading each book as it comes out because I feel like waiting for the next book, that's part of it, that's part of like being a reader. That's also like an experience. And I think the internet makes it so much easier now to be able to connect with other readers who might also be feeling some kind of way, the same way as you.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that can be how you bond, like you can trauma bond over over waiting for the
My
next book
God.
and stuff like that. It's all part of being a reader, which I really enjoy, even if
Yeah.
I'm suffering.
I think you're totally right. And I think about this about, so we actually met in fandom for the Star Wars fandom, and you were like you were in the fandom since the first movie of the new trilogy.
Yes.
I didn't join the fandom until the second movie, but it's
hmm
very interesting to me. I feel like the 2 years between the second and the third movie
hmm
were this kind of like unstoppable force where we were all together. There was this strong sense of community when we were waiting for
I
something,
know, yes.
and I'm like, will I ever experience anything like it? But it's definitely something that is so fun because you have this obsession, you share it with everyone, you get to like, you have theories, you talk about them. So there is something really nice about torturing yourself with cliffhangers, but also kind of like trying to figure out what is happening.
Where the story is going
Yeah,
next, yeah. And it's
it's
fun, and like it's so nice to do that within the context of like a greater community, and
yeah.
everyone's just having fun, and everyone's just um sharing all of these things, and everyone knows each other. So yeah, I really miss those days actually.
Yeah, and I really do think it fosters a lot of creativity, like, the
Yes.
fan fiction, the fan art,
Yes,
the
exactly.
memes, like the memes where like you see a random meme and you're like, oh my God, this is my two characters. I know these are the characters. I know this is exactly what is happening. Like I just feel like the inside jokes, there is something magical about being part of like an evolving fandom. Yeah, I get it. I also would do the same. Like, do I resent you for what you did to me? Yes. Would
You mean
I
Julia? You mean
would what
Julia?
Julia did to us? Us? Yes. Would I go through it all over again? Yes, 10,000%. There's that. So totally. Okay. Wait, let's go through. Okay, actually, are really cool questions. Were there any specific by Nicola? I hope I am pronouncing your name right. Were there any specific songs or bands that you were listening the most when you were writing A Monsoon Rising?
So, the thing about me is that I don't listen to music while I write because I need total silence because I don't know how to multitask. Like,
Stay.
I can't I can't even type and talk at the same time. So if I'm texting someone and someone else talks to me, I'm like, nope, I can only do one
Yeah.
thing.
It's hard at signing when like you're trying to talk with someone and then you're signing your name and you're like writing the thing that you are saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And you're like, what even is my name?
yes.
But yeah, there are a lot of songs that I happened to hear over the past year, and I thought like, oh my God, it's so damn. So I think so. Do you know "Stay Don't Go" by
By
Taylor
Taylor
Swift?
Swift, the
Yes,
yes.
yes, exactly. So
Aww.
so there's a part there that makes me go, oh my God, this is so damn. And I do have a playlist here somewhere. Let me just
Oh,
check.
are you making it public or will it be
Yeah,
somewhere
I think it's public. Well, it's just on my Wi-Fi. On my Wi-Fi, sorry, on my Spotify. See, I
on
don't
your
know how to I
Spotify?
don't see I don't know how to talk and text at the same time.
That is so relatable. I love
Exactly.
it.
Okay, so actually, Electric Touch by Taylor Swift and Fall Out Boy. Yes, that's one of the main songs that I associate with A Monsoon Rising.
I mean, there are reasons. There and yeah. Hello. We
Hello.
love this. You heard it here first, guys. Okay. Did you get to see the Era store?
No, it never made it its way to the Philippines. The closest was Singapore.
Oh,
But
okay.
also I am not a concert person. I don't like going to concerts. I'm sorry.
D- No, I mean I get it. It's really overwhelming, like,
Yeah.
and it's kind of taxing on like my body. Like every time I go to a concert, there is that point like halfway through the concert where I'm like, I'm too old for this. Like, I'm too weak. I'm too weak for this. I cannot do this.
Exactly.
So I totally get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I feel like Taylor has given us a lot of like content and a lot of music that is very easily like applicable to stories
To
in the
all of our
last.
stories.
Yeah, and I'm like, thank you.
You and Shep went to the Eras tour, right?
We
Was that
did. We
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was truly devastating on our
Oh
bodies, or at least
no.
on mine. I was like, my back hurts. It's been 3 hours. I have never stood this long in my life. So it's
Yeah,
fine. It's
I
okay.
see all those people going to the concert with like high-heeled boots and things like that.
So much
What is
respect.
this? Like, yeah. Like I
So
think
much
at this
respect.
point it's a superpower, yeah.
I know. I'm like, and also like these outfits are pristine. Like they are exactly like some people don't replicate her outfits precisely,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have never respected anyone more. Like you could literally be a world leader, and I am here. Like I wouldn't respect you more. You're amazing, just because of their physical strength, and
Yes.
their ability. But yeah, it couldn't be me. It could never be me. Um, okay. Wait. This is another really cool question that I know this is for Waterstones and is it Waterstones or Waterstone?
It's Waterstones.
Okay,
I only know
perfect.
that because I keep looking at it to remind myself, okay, it's Waterstones, it's plural.
Is it one stone or several stones? So I know that the official response is going to be the Waterstones edition, but someone wanted to know if you have a favorite special edition that has been produced for the Hurricane Wars and for A Monsoon Rising. And you have
Um,
this is probably one of the most beautiful. Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is the US, but sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
I really love the Waterstones edition of A Monsoon Rising. I really like the sprayed edges there and how they flow so naturally from the cover. And I think like blue and green, it's like purple. Wait, was it blue and green or was it purple? Like anyway, the color combination was like so it was very, very nice. Um, I don't think I can pick a favorite edition because that would be like picking a favorite child. So
It's
yeah, so it's hard. It's hard.
you, and I feel like for most of your edition, you have worked with the same cover artist
Yes,
who has
Kelly
done
Chung.
Kelly,
Yeah, After
who is
Blossom. She's amazing.
she's the best. She like her art. I feel like she's doing a lot of covers lately, and I've every time I see a cover, I think what a win for the award. Like
I
she's
know.
she's so talented, and
Yeah.
I love that. Like I love that she has worked with you on in so many ways. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Just she's already sent me the draft for the book 3 US cover, and I think like it might be my favorite one yet.
That is amazing.
The color scheme, the layout, it's so
Do
I can't
you
wait for everyone to see.
already have a release date for book three
Of
that
course
you can?
not. Of course not. They're- I think they want me to like actually finish it first before they even start talking about release date.
I don't understand why. They should just trust us that at some point we will deliver a manuscript. I come on, come on.
At
Just
some point.
they should be more flexible. Like, what is it? What is it? Just like, why don't they have all the printers at our disposal just there
I
waiting for
know.
us?
Why don't the printers adjust to us?
It's, who is the most important one here? Come on. Okay, so I have actually two more really fun questions.
Okay, I'm
One
ready.
is from Natasha. If you could invite three fictional characters to dinner, who would they be? Three.
Like any fictional character.
I think so. I don't think they mean about your
Oh,
books,
okay.
but then there's gonna be one about your books. So that's we're gonna get both.
Okay. I would love to invite Misery because like Misery from Bride because she's my baby and like I think we relate. She and I relate to each other on so many things.
You would truly
Like
be besties. You would be besties.
like
I love this for.
sad girls forever. Um, who else? I fictional characters. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever watched Love Between Fairy and Devil.
I have not.
It's a Chinese drama that I
Is
got
that the
super into last year.
Shep told me you must have
Yes.
recommended it to Shep because I
Yeah.
think she loved it and she was like, "You have to watch this." Yeah, and then I forgot about it. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
so the guy there, I would love to invite him to dinner just for the very shallow reason that I have a huge crush on him and I just want to see him in person. His name is Dongfang Kang. He is so hot. Wait, I don't know if my phone can. Let me show you. I will
Please.
take every opportunity to spread the gospel of Dongfang Kang. See, this is oh, this is him. This is him. He's so
Yeah, I
right.
is this
Yeah.
him like in character? Like is that
Yes. He's like a big bad demon lord, and he falls in love with like this sunshine little fairy. It's the best thing ever.
I am
Yes,
ready. I
yeah,
am
he
so
is.
ready.
As for my third character, oh gosh, it's so hard. But probably Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last
From
Airbender. Yes. So it's
I love this.
so it's
I can sense
Zuko,
a
Misery, and
pattern.
Dong Fang. Yes,
Exactly.
the
I can sense a pattern.
angsty people who like to wear black.
I love it. This is perfect. I love it. Okay. But then someone also asked, which is really interesting, I think, if you could live as one of your characters. So I'm assuming that that's Marika who asked,
Mm.
as you like just wake up and you are, I guess, a character in one of your stories. Who would you like to be? And I
I
think
would
this is,
love. Okay,
oh,
sorry.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
say, I
go
think
ahead. Go ahead.
it's a very interesting question because you will tell us, it will give us maybe hints about what happens in the future. Like you wouldn't want to wake up as a character who like drops dead on page one of book three.
No, okay, so I'm gonna be really shallow here and say that I would love to just wake up as Urduha because I would love to be the queen of like my own little island archipelago nation and all that gold,
Fair,
all those jewels. Yeah. That very
fair.
nice, that very cool makeup, the stiletto cones on the fingernails. It's just fabulous. Like I feel like that's the life that I was always meant to live. But
Damn it.
by some sick vagary of fate, I got stuck trying to work for a living?
I cannot believe. Also, this is the life that Pancakes deserves and Truffles. So, like they, I don't know. This happened to me too. I was born in a non disgustingly wealthy family, and I think it was a mistake. And
Exactly. Like,
I
what
don't know.
gives? Like, what happened there?
And I will never forget it, and I will never forgive. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's just saying.
Just
Okay,
saying.
just saying. Okay. And okay, before your publicist kills us. Hi, Maud. See you
Oh, is she
there.
here? Hi, Mom.
She did. She said
She's like,
about
she's like,
15 minutes ago, she was like, let's wrap it up in 15 minutes. Actually,
oops,
yeah,
sorry,
10
sorry.
minutes ago. We're doing great. We're doing great, Maud. We love you, Maud. Okay. Actually, okay, so someone asked what is coming beyond the trilogy, and we talked about it at the beginning. We a little talk about the
Yeah,
tasks, but
yeah.
is
The
there
tusks
something
are coming for the tusks are coming.
before? Yeah.
People are coming on the tusks. Yeah.
Oh, whoa! Not in my good Christian Zoom
Critical Role.
critical role.
Oh my God, not my good Christian Critical Role. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You, not in my good Arnold Schwarzenegger fan fiction.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
have heard it here first. I feel like Alaric would be so proud to hear that Tusk guy has the same. What
Yeah,
shall I say?
Alaric knows what his job is. And so does the Tusk
And
guy.
so
They know what
Tusk guy.
they know what they were made for.
We love to hear it. We love to hear it. We are fans. Okay. Okay.
Aside from Tusk Love, I do have a couple of new projects, but I'm not allowed to say anything yet because they've not been announced. So
Do you know when you're gonna be able to announce? Like, is there something we can look forward to in terms of good news?
No, not at all. They will
Okay.
probably be announced next year, if ever. Yeah. So, but they're in the very early stages.
You guys, this is publishing,
But sorry,
unfortunately.
but the contracts are the two contracts are almost close to being signed. Like I think we just had the final deal memos last week, but yeah, this is publishing. There's so
I
much that
mean,
happens and you want to tell people but you're not allowed to. And by the time you're allowed to tell people, you've already forgotten what it was that you wanted to tell them. It's
it's that is the best summary of publishing that I've heard in my entire life. It's perfect. It's literally like publishing. It's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to tell people amnesia, total amnesia. It's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, wait, I was
exactly.
gonna say something. Okay, well, um, yeah, this was amazing. This was fantastic. And this book is going to, I think, blow everyone's mind. And I cannot wait for people to read it. I cannot wait for people to read the monsoon scene. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that there is a monsoon scene because
Yeah,
it's in the title.
yeah, I
So
think
it's
so.
fine.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for
Yeah.
people to like just see what these two idiots are up to. And yeah, and this is not the Waterstones edition, so don't buy it.
Ag-
Buy the other one.
Again, again, we're very sorry about that.
We are so sorry.
I
It's
don't have mine yet.
she doesn't even have a you guys, we're doing what we can. Sorry.
Yeah, so Ali, thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I can't wait
Thank
to see you
you.
next month. I'm so
Yes,
excited.
and yeah, if
Yeah,
anyone is gonna be in Austin in on December, is it 11th?
I don't know.
No, no. If anyone
Yeah,
is gonna
10,
be
11. Yes, yes, 11th,
yes,
11th. Yeah.
if anyone is gonna be in Austin or
Come
in the
see
surrounding
us.
areas, come see us. We're gonna be a book people, and it's gonna be so much fun. And there's gonna be a bunch of us asking questions. And
And it's
yeah,
free, free event. Yeah.
it's yes,
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh my God, yay, it's so free. So yeah, drop by and we promise that we will be more normal, or
we
can
will
we not?
be. We will not be normal. Tara is lying. Actually, Jenna, I'm actually very excited about. I have never met Jenna. Like I know her from online. She's this
Yeah.
really cool influencer or like
Hmm.
bookstagrammer, and I have been interacting with her ever since like my very first book, and she's always been so lovely, and so I'm really excited to meet her in person. She's gonna be moderating the panel, and then there's gonna be Shep. And what about your other two dates? Do you know who they are with?
Um, yeah, so on December 10th, yeah, on December 10th in New York, I will be in conversation with Alex Esther and Ava Reed. So I'm
Oh
very
my
excited
god,
for
I love
that.
this. I love that.
Uh,
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I actually met Alex Astor at the Barnes and Noble book signing a few months ago, and she complimented my eyeshadow, and I felt like it was the best moment of my life. Like nothing could ever top
I
it. Like
know.
not even when Hurricane Mars hit the New York Times list. Like it
I
was
get it.
nothing compared to Alex Astor
I
complimenting my
know. I
eyeshadow.
know. I know. She's so cool. I know.
And then on December 12th, I will be in conversation with Victoria Aveyard and Annalise Braya. So
Oh
yeah,
my
two
god.
very cool
Okay.
women.
So basically, you guys, we should all like just follow Taya around like the US, and let's just do this all together, like a big road trip. Let's do it.
But I will be making my way from New York to Texas and then from Texas to LA. I will be making my way alone. So I'm kind of scared because I don't think I've ever done the domestic airport thing before in the US.
Oh,
So we'll see what
honestly,
happens.
honestly, here's the deal. I think that to me, as a European, US airports feel like train stations. Like I don't know how to
Oh,
explain it. They are so easy to use. Like I don't know.
okay.
And very simple too. So you'll totally be
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
All right.
they're
Yeah.
really easy. If not,
I'll
I'll come
hold you
get
to
you.
that. And if I get lost, I'll be like, Ali promised this would be easy.
I'll come get you. Just call me and I'll be there in a second.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning
M-
in.
Maud,
And
is there anything we should tell the people? Like something
oh
about their
yeah,
books arriving, or I think maybe
no,
Maud has
yeah.
left us.
Maybe she got sick of it. Oh, they
They
will
will
be
be
posted.
posted,
Okay.
and your books will be posted. Not this one though.
Not this one, the blue and green one.
The other one. Let's be real, the cuter one. But if you
I'll
want
tell
to
the
buy
I'll tell
two
the
copies of
US.
this book, you may also buy several copies, as one should. Honestly, what can I say? Is there something we should do, Maud, to make sure that the recording doesn't die in the other, or All good.
No,
So we
all good.
just like
Okay,
log
I
off.
think we should just, yeah, we should just probably sign off.
Okay, we
Yeah.
just sign
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go first. Okay. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We are so happy that you could be here with us. Ali, thanks again. It was such an honor and a
Thank
pleasure
you.
as always. Bye.
Bye.